Radical.
I had this long, wonderful recording that I recorded on the wrong recording device. I'm upgrading my phones because the Motorola that I usually buy over and over again, the mic always goes out in it after about maybe 7, 8, 9 months. Now I love this phone and it's not really that expensive. I love it. It's cheap. I don't really care about the super expensive phones. I don't use a lot of those features anyways. But I moved on to a newer Motorola. Now you don't want to hear about my Motorola problems, do you? You want to hear about what happened with Kanye. Like I said, this is not going to be nearly as good as the other commentary that has really super low volume, and I'm not redoing this. So you're wondering, everyone's talking about Kanye. What's going on with Kanye? Well, Kanye is absolutely batshit crazy, bonkers, insane, one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Anything you can say, any phrase that equates to crazy. Motherfucker crazy. Okay. But he's also very anti-Semitic and pro-Hitler. Yeah. So he lost his shoe deal. I think Adidas. It was $1 billion shoe deal last month. Dave Chappelle, by the way, look it up. He had an SNL routine talking about Kanye. It was great. Great stuff. Anything Dave does is great. But the craziness doesn't stop there. Because Kanye West, who is certifiably cuckoo crazy, was on Alex Jones' show. And Alex Jones, you might remember, is the guy who, when it talks about crazy, the water they're putting in the water, turning the frogs gay. You know, that guy, right? But he doesn't seem as crazy next to Kanye. In fact, Alex Jones seems quite reasonable next to Kanye. If I had to go out and drink beers with one of those two individuals, it would be Alex Jones. I don't want to be anywhere near Ye. I mean, unless like it would be getting maybe one of his groupies or, getting something from one of his groupies, if he even has groupies anymore, or maybe his groupies are just like walking away. See, there's details here I had in the other upload, but I'm way too tired. I'm almost asleep right now. Essentially, there was an easy softball that Alex threw to him. And Alex said, like, well, I don't like Hitler. I don't like Nazis, CNN, they think all white people like myself or Hitler and whatnot. It was a softball because I think Kanye started warming up to the Nazis. And then Alex Jones tried to help him by basically having him, just come out against Hitler. It's really simple. That's all you got to do. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong here. I think everybody pretty much not a fan of Hitler, right? Okay. In fact, the biggest insult you can generally give to somebody is like Hitler, Like let's say, you're going to work and, somebody's really a stickler or something to somebody. And then they joke and they go like, okay, method Hitler or something like that. Or I don't know. Or someone maybe sees a little tiny smudge on a TV screen. And then they go, okay, smudge Hitler. I don't know. Maybe I was going somewhere with that. I don't know. Like I said, the first recording was great. This is not that, though. Oh, my gosh. He was in interesting attire, by the way. And I didn't mean to bury the lead, but he actually came out and said, what did he say exactly? His quote was, he had several quotes. I don't have them in front of me. But one was, well, I like a lot of what, Hitler did too, or something like that. He said he likes the Jews, but he said he likes Hitler. So he softened that by saying he loves the Jews, but he loved a lot of what Hitler did, right? Okay. That's like saying, hey, I, we just talked about Jerry Jones the other day in the 50s and segregation. You know what? I love black people, but I love these racists over here also. You can't. No, it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen, right? Doesn't make any sense. Of course, Kanye doesn't make any sense. He says he feels like, everyone has something special. All human beings have something special to contribute to society. Maybe Kanye just kind of glossed over, the Holocaust, just conveniently glossing over the Holocaust, just conveniently going over that, right? Because it happened. It's the reason why everyone fucking hates Hitler. The main reason was the Holocaust. Oh my goodness, there's just so much here. So much here. His outfit, his attire. He was wearing all black. He looked kind of like a gimp. He literally looked like he was going to a BDSM dungeon like after that interview. But he had a jacket on too. Interesting jacket there. I didn't get the idea. Maybe he explained it why it was in the hood. I mean, it wasn't like in the hood. He looked like a gimp is what he looked like. And at one point, he was making fun of Netanyahu. Netanyahu, prime minister, whatnot. I don't know much about the rest of the world. I'm sorry, I'm kind of ignorant when it comes to like a lot of these other world leaders. But he brought some actual yoo-hoo. And then he, no lie, no shit, he started doing like a little puppet show with the yoo-hoo, and then he's talking to like a fly swatter or some shit. So, that wasn't the craziest thing though. It was not. Or was it? It's a weird interview when the least craziest thing is you fawning love over Hitler. That's the craziest interview there. So you got some problems. Kanye has some issues. He does. Maybe a lot of these are brought about from Kardashian booty. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it drives you crazy. Or maybe not having Kardashian booty drives you crazy. So I'm staying away from Kim, from Khloe, even Caitlyn, and her fine booty. I'm staying away from all that because I don't want to go Kanye crazy. It is reported that, things usually come out when somebody goes crazy. Things usually come out after that, when somebody's career is pretty much over. And I don't know, you might want to go ahead and stick a fork in old Kanye, unless he has like a puppet show that he's going to be doing in the future. I'm not sure. Crazy Kanye and Elmo and Oscar on Sesame Street. So, where the hell was I? Okay, yeah. What's more disturbing is his actual inner circle says that he was going to call his last album, the one that's called Yay, Hitler, actually. And he's read a lot, Mein Kampf, a lot of Hitler stuff. He is fascinated with how the Nazis were able to gain power so quickly. So he's basically, he fawns over Nazis. He's not really, he's kind of shitbag person, to be honest. Before we would overlook everything because you're like, hey, Stronger, Through the Wire, Gold Digger. That's a banger of a song. That's still a great song, right? But nah, man. You don't come back from this. Like, there's certain things you don't come back from. You think about it now also. We're in cancel culture. We're in, the Me Too era and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if Kanye could have came back from this shit, maybe back in the 80s or 90s. But there's really no chance Kanye is coming back from this. Even if, he comes out and says, hey, it was a joke, then people be like, that's fucked up saying you love Hitler. That's a fucked up way to have a stand-up routine. The fuck's wrong with you?